won't tell us. You know why? Because it can't be sold. How can you sell? How can you profit? How can you make money for telling someone that I really don't have anything to give you? Everything that you need is on the inside of you. You can't make money out of it. Man, I wish I could do it like them. Because as long as you're wishing that you can do it like them, you'll never be doing it like you. You got too many men, you got too many women, you think you're all this and you think you're all that. You know they're going to have something to say. Can you move forward anyway? Can you fulfill the mission that you were created to fulfill anyway? Sure you can. Man, what is a tragedy it is to get the child of your dreams, to get the husband of your dreams, to get the home of your dreams, the job of your dreams, whatever, to have your dreams come true and to not be well, for your mind to be in shambles. After the BBL, after the tummy tuck, for your mind to be in shambles. Wellness. I love the idea that you can literally change your body from the inside out. I love the idea that by doing activities, you could actually change your mind. Like, you could change the mental, like the wiring of your mind through activity. You can get rid of negativity through activity. I love that. I love that. It's tainted. And I'm saying you can't have a space in an industry that's tainted. One industry at a time, honey, one industry at a time. I already work in a tainted industry, so to speak. I'm working with massage. So it's just something very difficult. However, I do hope to incorporate small things into this channel that tells you, teaches you, shows you never to give up on yourself. And that's the crazy thing about these weight loss fads and weight loss journeys, is that you could look your best and not feel your best. You could look your worst and feel your best. You could be doing something that ultimately is good for you, and someone comes along and tell you, hey, that's the wrong thing, and changes every positive thing that you got from that situation. I don't preach anything. I really don't. I truly, truly, truly believe that there is no diet, there's no way of living, there's no certain lifestyle that is a one size fits all for all people. I believe that the true work of wellness, the true work of healing and wholeness begins and ends, honestly, within yourself. Once you find that, once you and God come to this place of like, hey, girl, this is what is good for you. This right here is going to be the way that you are healed. I know they say vegetarian, vegan, non-dairy. I know they say all these things, but there is this thing on the inside of you, a still small voice that you'll hear there tell you exactly the lifestyle that you need to follow to become the best version of yourself. That's what the fitness industry won't tell us. You know why? Because it can't be sold. How can you sell? How can you profit? How can you make money for telling someone that I really don't have anything to give you? Everything that you need is on the inside of you. You can't make money out of that. And we live in a world, we live in a society where everybody is aiming to make money. Do I think that we don't need to? Well, of course we need to make money. Money answers all things, okay? You have problems that only money can solve. So I don't knock the need to get money, the desire to acquire money. I'm one of those people too. I want my children to live comfortable lives. I want them to go off and do what they want to do and money to not be an issue for them. Absolutely. Absolutely. And money can do that for them. And I can be a part of changing my life in such a way that sets their life up in such a way that money isn't a problem. So I do understand the acquisition of money. I do understand the acquisition of things because we live a human life. So we need some human things. But there is one thing that we as humans can never forget that we need, and that is to have the closest, deepest relationship to ourselves that we possibly can have. That is to know God more than we know anyone else on this earth. There is a desire in all of us to know God, to know our Creator, so that He can tell us more about ourselves. You can't put that into a book. You can't place that into religion. You can't, it's more than religion, yet it's more than spirituality. It is relationship. It is the product. Knowing yourself is the product of having a relationship with your Creator. Man, I hope to accomplish that here on this channel, and all of the things that I do, and all of the crazy things that I come up with. Every time I hop on the camera, I hope that I'm getting closer to establishing that in your heart and in your mind. That to be well is to be well inside of you. To be well is to know God, to know His plans for you, and to walk forward and to manifest each and every one of those plans. It is to be well. It's not clothes that you can buy. It's not a house that you can live in. It's not a car that you can drive. It's not a job that you can have. It's not money that you can acquire. It's not a child. I know there might be a mother on here longing for a child, longing to give birth. There might be a woman on here longing for marriage. I get it. I understand all of those things. I was to that woman, okay? I understand. And I believe that in the fullness of time, every single thing, every single desire that you have, that you couldn't wish away, that you couldn't shake away, that it is going to be fulfilled. But you've got to know the deepest parts of yourself. You've got to be well. Man, what is a tragedy it is to get the child of your dreams, to get the husband of your dreams, to get the home of your dreams, the job of your dreams, whatever, to have your dreams come true and to not be well, for your mind to be in shambles. After the BBL, after the tummy tuck, for your mind to be in shambles. For you to acquire all of the things that you thought would bring you to a place of wholeness and peace and rest. What a tragedy it is to gain all of those things. The Bible says to gain the whole world and lose your soul. And to lose your soul is to lose yourself. Man, how can you be sure that you don't lose yourself? You stay true to who you are. You stay true to who you are. And in this grind culture, in this consistent culture, in this life, where we have this strong desire to show people we can do it. Sometimes us doing it is literally moving with the flow of life. Moving with the flow of life. And I think within my life, especially within my marriage, within just my closest relationships, I've learned that everyone accomplishes that differently. Don't ever look at my life. I won't ever look at the life of another person and say, man, I wish I could do it like them. Because as long as you're wishing that you can do it like them, you'll never be doing it like you. You'll never do it like you. And we'll miss every single thing that your life was called to give us. And that's the real tragedy. The real tragedy is that we, as humans, will never get to experience all that your life was called to give because you never stepped into the awareness, into the consciousness, into the knowledge that all of those things were inside of you, that you couldn't buy an e-guide for it. You couldn't conjure it up. It was just inside of you. All you had to do was silence the noise long enough. All you had to do was literally stop listening to the voices of people long enough to hear yourself, to hear what God has been saying to you since birth, since before you got here. There was a word spoken about you, about your life, about your destiny before you even got here. That's why you're here. Why would a creator create something that the world didn't need? Why? You think about that. Everything that people create. Think about us as finite humans. Every single thing that we create is out of necessity. Necessity is the mother of all invention. So why would a creator create humans if there was no need for them? Why would you specifically be created if there was no need for you? Baby, there is a need for you. Woman, there is a need for you. Man, there is a need for you. And right now, I just pray that my voice is silencing the disturbing, the traumatic experiences that say that there's no need for you in this life. There is a need for you. Creation. is groaning, moaning, and waiting for you to step into that which the earth needs you to do. Despite what it might look like to other people, despite what it might feel like to you, despite the journey that it's going to take for you to become the best version of that which the earth needs. You've got to become that person. You got to become that person. And just like Jesus, I think the beautiful story of the death and resurrection of Jesus is really the journey. Could you imagine going through your life knowing that you would be persecuted and ultimately put to death, and still loving and living in such a way that transform other people's lives? Man, that's a story for you on today. You know that people are going to have something to say. You know that they are going to come, even if you don't believe in Jesus, it doesn't matter. You know for a fact that people are going to have something to say about you, about your life, about the way that you do things, the way that you move, the way that you jump from here to there, the way that you shouldn't. You got too many men, you got too many women, you think you're all this and you think you're all that. You know they're going to have something to say. Can you move forward anyway? Can you fulfill the mission that you were created to fulfill anyway? Sure you can. That's what Jesus died to do. He died to give us proof that you can too, to set the captive free. Because thinking that you can't, being bound by how much you can't, will truly hold you captive. Creativity can't flow if you never believe that you can. Creativity, you can't create out of a place of lack. Flourish in the knowledge that I can do this. I can do, what can you do? The thing that you were created to do. It's in you. Okay? Now you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.